Last night we gave this poor man 37 seconds. He's a legend. Greg Swenson, chair of Republicans Overseas UK. How are you, my friend?
Hello, Jeremy. Doing well.
Are you back in England or are you in America?
No, I'm here at the convention in Milwaukee.
I've so much to ask. Let's talk about Biden first. Just had Poppy Coburn on from the Telegraph. We've had a bet. She thinks he's gone home to Delaware with mild COVID and will not be seen again and will resign over the weekend. I think the complete opposite, that's delaying tactics by him so that he cannot be challenged for another week, which bites into the time that they could find a replacement. But all of that, of course, is hearsay. What's your thoughts on that, Greg?
Yeah, a little bit of both, Jeremy. I think, the idea that this is a plan to get him, to gracefully resign as the candidate, it's not that outrageous. You never know what's going to happen here. He's been very defiant, very, very angry. But you saw Adam Schiff yesterday, finally his flip on Biden. He's running for the Senate seat in California. He's a sitting congressman, and he's a very influential person in the party. California obviously is, a very influential state in the party. So he's that was a big moment. That he's not just some quiet backbencher. He's a radical progressive leftist.
Do you think that Biden's name will be on that ticket, Greg? Yes or no?
No.
Whose do you think will be?
That's the great debate. I mean, it's the obvious choice is Kamala Harris. They're trying to sort of resurrect her, and you can see that they've been running around trying to prop her up, so to speak, and make it like she's the heir. But I think that would be a disaster from an electoral perspective. She would definitely lose. She might even lose worse than Biden would. So then, the question is, can they do a what they call a mini primary or a supercharged primary process to elect the candidate, or just go to the convention and battle it out there?
But can I respectfully suggest, and you're a Republican, we'll talk about Donald in a minute, that, and I've said this for days, it is patently obvious that Kamala Harris was a diversity pick and a box-ticking pick, and that's not me being disrespectful, that's a fact. Are you honestly telling me that the Democrats are so devoid of intelligence that it takes them this long to realise that Biden's got dementia, and then they're going to replace him and bypass a black woman? That's the end of the Democrats, isn't it? It's almost like this election's done.
Yeah, because that's all they have is identity politics. So to sort of go against that would be really difficult. But they also know that they will lose. Now, the other problem, Jeremy, is I think anybody would lose right now. So no one really wants to be the candidate because they'd rather wait till 28. I mean, the candidate who runs against Trump will be the Democratic Party version of Rishi Sunak.
Interesting. Let's bring it to Donald. Crazy, idiotic people saying, let's be honest, it was all a setup. What? 2 people died. Donald Trump, for me...
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. People died. Do you believe, as the chair of Republican Overseas UK, that the Donald is going to wind his neck in over the next few weeks and months? Do you, like I believe, that J.D. Vance is a pick as an attack dog, which will enable Trump to perhaps try and reach out, but be a little less in your face as a result of everything that's happened? Or am I missing the point?
Yeah, no, you have the point. I mean, I don't necessarily agree that J.D. Vance will be the attack dog, because he did such a great job last night. I chatted with him at a post-convention function, and he's really articulate. His wife is really articulate as well. She spoke at the convention also. So I don't think he'll be the attack dog, because he's just really well-spoken, and I think he's smart. So, and he's very ideologically aligned with Trump, yes. But I think President Trump will, in fact, be more disciplined, partly because of what happened last Saturday, of course. He'll dial it down a notch. He's rewritten his speech for tonight. But also, he's been really disciplined anyway for the last 6 months. So I think you're seeing...
Does he think it's in the bag, Donald Trump? Does he think it's in the bag?
Well, I would hope that he's not that confident, because you never want, it's still going to be close, I think. But he's probably quite confident. I mean, it's a pretty open secret now that the Republicans are in really good shape, and he's polling really well.
I think you're interesting in what you say as well. I think maybe a bit like nobody wanted to take over from Sunak, nobody wants to take over from Biden because it's a lost cause and they'd look ahead. Just one thing, lovely man, we're seeing pictures. Sure. We love you, Greg, on this station. If you do get to speak to Donald later, it needs to... Listen, I'm very impressed with everything, but the ear patch looks crap. He needs to... It just doesn't look good to me. It's just like a big blob of white stuff on the ear, isn't it, to be honest with you?
Yeah.
Listen, enjoy it. We'll hear from you more on Talk. Greg Swenson, Chair of Republican Overseas UK at that Republican convention in Milwaukee, where he says the 47th President of the United States-elect, Donald Trump, is going to water down his speech. I'm going to attack Joe Biden. He's going to talk about unifying the country. What odds would you have had that 4 years ago?